What I want to do this morning is talk a little bit about actually making a box call and what's involved, where you start, what you do and everything. And box call is just simply as it's described. It's a box. And it's the old squeaking door process to get the sound. That's what you're looking to hear. It's basically two parts. You've got the body of the call, which is the box, which is the hollowed out piece of wood. And then you've got the top, which is the paddle, and it's attached to the box and rubbed across the top to get the sound. What we're going to do is we're going to actually start out this morning with just a plain block of wood. We're going to get it milled down to those particular specs. Use several different tools to do that. Obviously a chop saw, which is behind me here, to cut it off at the proper length. Planer to get it milled down to the correct width. From there, we'll end up with a block that looks basically like this. First, I'll use the drill press to take the inside, the rough part of the inside of this out. I'll put this block in this jig and take that plunge router and set the depth to the 1/4 inch depth in the bottom that I want it to have. Then, once I've gotten to that point, I'll switch over to a 5-degree tapered plunge router bit that I use to take the wood out of the sides. Then from that point, I'll go over to the table saw, and I will set the blade on the table saw at a 5-degree. Everything on this call is 5 degrees. I will turn it upside down and run it through there, and it'll make that cut along the side there. Then I come over here and I use a chisel and this little protection guide right here, which basically I'll put it down in that groove to protect the actual, what will be the finished side of the outer call, to take the chisel and work that extra wood off. Yeah. Then I will mark the sides with a ruler. Mark 1/8 of an inch down on each end, and from there I go over to the bench sander and I sand down each end. Once I get each end sanded down to that mark, then I rock it to get the curvature in it. I'll start with the Dremel, with that little drum sander. And I'll start lightly taking out wood inside, getting it down close to what I know from previous experience, how thick it really needs to be with the particular type wood, and it'll vary from one wood to another, what's going to make that perfect sound. And once I get to where I think I'm close, then I'll switch over to a mouse pad with a little attachment on the end with the sander on it, so I can get in there and do two things. Number one, clean it up to where it's good and smooth and looks pretty, and also start putting the little curvature on this sounding edge up here. And when I get to the point to where I think I am close, have a test paddle, and I'll take this thing and I'll hold it up here and well, that's too high pitch, or that's too whatever. Then I'll take out a little bit more wood, take out a little bit more wood till I get it to where it sounds just like to my ear. Now, it might not be for yours, but it works. The key thing is, does it work for the gobbler?